entertainment. Napoleon Bonaparte said, "I am not a man in the past, but I have great respect for the ancients, and I believe we can learn more from them." First and foremost, in ancient life, there was simplicity and connection to nature. How? Ancient societies had a simpler way of life, closer to nature with less technological dependence and potentially less stress, geniuses and destruction of nature, which was unmanageable in ancient times. Apart from that, in ancient life, there was increased lifespan and quality of life. In which way? Ancient societies, in ancient people, they are believed to have lived longer compared to modern society. This is simply because they understood the use of natural resources like the forests that provided herbal medicine, unlike modern society that have introduced modern medicine, which is 90% poisonous through overdose. Unlike traditional societies that value the natural resources. Apart from that, in ancient life, ancient people valued personal relationship and spirituality. In traditional societies, there was an emphasis on developing close relationship with one another, families, and communities. This provided a sense of security and belonging, which is often lacking in modern societies. Apart from that, in ancient life, there was cultural richness. How? Ancient civilizations were known for their contributions to art, philosophy, and literature, which could provide a rich cultural heritage. Ancient society, with its oral traditions and storytelling, fostered memory skills for cultural knowledge. This helped to understand historical context, provide a broader perspective on the present, and help us learn from the mistakes and successes of our ancestors. Unlike the modern life, where parents have no time to teach such to their children. Apart from that, modern life has promoted immorality. Let me elucidate the word immorality. Immorality means unacceptable manners. Social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok can serve bad content that endangers or depresses our moral values. These have all come in existence due to technological advancement. Unlike traditional societies, where morals were highly valued and respected. For example, on Sunday, 30th of March 2025, the Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Mubaje, during Eid prayers, I request some 2 minutes from the Honorable Chairperson.
Granted, Honorable.
For example, on 30th of March 2025, the Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Mubaje, during Eid prayer at Old Kampala Mosque, urged the government of Uganda to ban TikTok, referring to it as useless and a platform of idolaters. Conclusively, in 1917, Mahatma Gandhi from India, who is believed to be the father of the nation, once said, "This modern society is engaged I love you.
Like thousands and million years in the past is a linking verb that connects a subject of a sentence to additional information. Better is a comparative adjective. Than is a conjunction used when comparisons. Modern life is the present way of living, using technology and social medias. I'm opposing the motion because of my following views. To begin with, improved communication. Today, we can communicate to the people around the world using phones, emails, social media, unlike in ancient life, where people used messengers who took long time to reach their destinations. Addition on that, access to information. With the internet, we can get large amount of information and learn any topic instantly. For example, you can use Google to get any kind of information. Unlike in ancient times, where information was hard to be got. As if that is not enough, allow me to talk about advancement in medicine. Today, we access to advanced medical care, vaccination, treatment, which can cure diseases and save life. Unlike in ancient life, where diseases were fatal because effective treatment was not available. Diseases like polio, tuberculosis, measles, and so many, which claimed the lives of many people. Comfort. Allow me to talk about comfort and convenience. Today, we have comfort like electricity, indoor plumbing, and heating, making daily life easier. Unlike in ancient life, where people lived in poor environments and needed these conveniences. Lastly, technological innovations. Today, we have technological innovations. Technological innovation has made tools which make lives easier. For example, computers, smartphones, home appliances. This innovation saves time. Timekeeper, I request for 1 minute.
1 minute granted.
Unlike in ancient life, where people need these conveniences. Therefore, I conclude by saying, you are on a long side. You are supposed to cross and come this side, because modern life is better than ancient life, because you are educated because of modern life, because at long ago there was no schools which can educate people.
Honorable Biamungu.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Honorable Biamungu.
It clearly states that ancient life is better than modern life. Having heard from Honorable Ishele from the affirmative side, let me also add on from what she's from saying. Chairperson, I'm greatly astonished to see this motion that has people opposing it. Why am I saying so? Because in ancient life, there was less pollution and environmental degradation. Ancient society had a lower environmental impact with less pollution and resource depletion. Unlike in modern society, with its introduction of factories that have contributed greater air, water and noise pollution, making the modern societies unfavorable to live in. Keeping that aside, materialistic possessions. Ancient people typically lived in simple dwellings and did not have access to modern luxuries like cars, televisions, computers, smartphones, among others. This lessened the pressure to make money and do evil things. The property could be shared as a whole, unlike today, promoting segregation and individualistic communities. Keeping that aside, less technological dependence. Ancient life lacked a constant connectivity and pressure on modern technology, potentially leading to a more relaxed pace and less stress. Unlike in modern society, which have contributed much towards dependence on machinery. For example, look at the introduction of robots, promoting laziness among people in this modern world. Leaving that aside, strong sense of purpose and meaning. Ancient people had a strong sense of purpose and meaning, often linked to religious beliefs and community obligations. Unlike today, promoting wars and misery, which was unheard of in the ancient society. For example, look at the war between Ukraine and Russia, Palestine and Israel, which have led to loss of thousands of lives. Therefore, with those points, I conclude by saying that ancient life is better than modern life, 100%. Thank you for listening. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Naita. We are moving on well. But before
Ancient life is better than modern life because of my following views. First and foremost, improved technologies like the introduction of social media in modern societies like phones that has eased communication. Unlike in the ancient times where people moved long distances to communicate to each other. Not only that, but also well-versed labor, like in the agriculture sector, the introduction of machinery, e.g. tractors, has promoted easy plowing of land. It does not require manual work, but it requires one to control it as it works. Apart from that, improved education. In modern life, there is formal education that has promoted innovation and creativity in people, hence promoting that one can start his or her own business. That
not allowed.
There are increased job opportunities in the modern life. Though one is not educated,
Point of inquiry not allowed. The current speaker is protected.
though one is not educated, but one can get a job as housemaids. One is getting a job from one another, and so earning a living. Therefore, I conclude by saying the motion was wrongly written on the chalkboard, but is supposed to be modern life is better than ancient life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Pande Musa, a pupil from Ebenezer Children's Ministry, Nursery and Primary School. I have come here to argue in favor of the motion which clearly states that ancient life is better than modern life due to my following views. Strong community bonds. Unlike modern life, ancient societies often had stronger social bonds and a greater sense of belonging, potentially leading to happiness and support. Modern society, however, can emphasize individualism, creating social isolation and focusing on personal gain over collective well-being. Keeping the candle burning, modern machines have robbed man's critical thinking. Audience, look at the introduction of calculators, promoting comprehension and dependence, and they can also help in cheating exams. Unlike in the ancient societies where people could think critically without depending on such machineries. In addition to that, ancient people valued meaningful communal work. How? Ancient people had a more direct connection to their work, such as farming, crafting, among others. Unlike in the often monotonous and disconnected nature of modern jobs, which are always obtained through corruption in this modern society, and yet corruption is condemned in the Bible when you read Genesis chapter 6 verse 11 to 12. Conclusively, before I rest my case, fellow honorables from the negative side, do you know that modern technology empowers dubious actions? For example, cyber theft. The Bank of Uganda was robbed of 62 billions of Ugandan shillings through modern technology. Dangerous modern weapons. For example, the nuclear bombs, which are very destructive. Mass feeding of false information. Like here in Uganda, Fred Lumbuye announced that the president of Uganda was dead, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and yet the information was 100% false. With those views, I conclude by saying I would like to request the timekeeper through Honorable Chairperson to add me 2 minutes. I conclude my point, my view. I therefore conclude by saying that ancient life is 100% far better than modern life. I remain Pande Musa, a pupil from Ebenezer Children's Ministry, Nursery and Primary School. Before I leave the stage, let me first introduce my wonderful, beautiful, lovely mother. So, mother, may you stand and wave to the audience.
Thank you, Honorable Pande. Thank you, Honorable Pande, for that nice presentation. We now move to the negative side, and let me invite Honorable Imucheri to take up the floor.
Honorable Speaker, Secretary, Timekeeper, Language Detector, the 2 competing bodies plus the audience. Our motion today is ancient life is better than modern life. In front of you is Honorable Imcher Flavia from Rebuttal Primary School. I have come here to oppose the motion. To begin with,
not allowed.
Unlike in the past, where people used on letter writing and movement. Another one, entertainment options. Modern life provides entertainment options, for example, movies, video games, online content. Unlike in the ancient times when entertainment was limited to storytelling, music, or local events. Lastly, safety and security. Today, security services are accessible, whereby police forces are almost in every sub-county. Chairperson, allow me to complete my point.
You are
Safety
allowed,
and security.
current speaker, you are allowed and you are given only 1 minute.
Thank you.